What's up guys, Draco here. I'm just gonna give up on doing an intro this time, because, yeah, I'll think of one eventually. But anyway, pufferfish. I don't really know why I've been thinking of pufferfish so much recently, but I don't know. I like the name pufferfish. I just like puff. 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 It's a fun word to say, puff. Pufferfish. 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 I just enjoy it. There's a lot of words that I think are just fun to say. I think my favourite word is allure. It's a very fun word to say. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't like the word moist, but I think it's fine. I don't actually know what my least favourite word is, but allure is probably my favourite. Oh, my least favourite word is probably just like Worcestershire, because it's really annoying to pronounce. Anyway, pufferfish. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I don't know, I like fish. Like both, I like eating fish, like salmon's my favourite food. And they also just look cool. I think my favourite fish to look at is probably the arapaima. It's the like big, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's big. Yeah. It's just big and it's like blob. It gives like aesthetic because there's a bunch of like tiny things and then it's there. It's genius. See, that's why I'm like this. My idiocy is so great that it shines even more because of my talent being so small. That did not work at all. I don't know. I'm trying to make a fun joke, but I just couldn't think of one. But yeah, it's summer, and I'm dying from the heat, and I've been thinking a lot about just water in general, because I've been drinking loads of water to, like, avoid dying from, you know, the heat stroke and stuff. I'm just trying, do fish actually, like, do fish drink water? Because they live in the ocean, obviously, so there's a lot of water around them, but it's all salt water, and to my knowledge, no animal can consume salt water, or like not. Well, they can consume salt water, but probably not in like a larger amount. I mean, I say to my knowledge, I have very little knowledge on this topic, which is why I'm asking the question instead of stating a fact. So, the fact that to my knowledge something can't happen doesn't mean that it can't actually happen. It just means I'm probably an idiot, which again is kind of my entire thing, being an idiot. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, pufferfish are also cool because like dolphins use them to get high. I don't know what that's like, but you know. I don't like dolphins. There's many reasons I don't like dolphins, and if you know stuff about dolphins, then you can take a guess. But yeah, I think the idea of something being spiky is just pretty cool. I like spiky things. Like hedgehogs are adorable. You know what? The Ankylosaurus dinosaur. How is that real? Well, I guess it's dead, but how was that real? It's a massive, essentially a walking tank with a club tail. And you're telling me unicorns are fake? They're just a horse with a horn. Horns aren't that, like, unlikely. We have many animals with horns. Like, rhinoceros, triceratops. Like, it's also kind of weird that I evolved twice, just a big dude with a horn. I guess horns aren't that useful if you're a small dude. Like, no, but like, you can be a small dude and be spiky, so what makes a horn different? I guess it's the fact that horns are usually used for ramming into things. So if you're a horse, you probably don't have the mass behind you to ram into stuff. No, but like, horses aren't like super thin. They're like, still horsey. Of course a horse is horsey, but like, it's not like it's like paper. It's still like pretty big. It's bigger than me. A horse would definitely beat me in a fight, horn or no horn. Even give me a horn, I still would lose the horse. I don't really know how much a horn would help me in a fight, I'm gonna be honest. Like, is there any animal that I think I currently can't beat it, but if I got a horn on my head, I would now be able to beat it? I'm like, probably not. Assuming it's not. If the horns are like 500 meters, then yeah, I can probably impale something from pretty far away. But like, I don't know. I just don't actually think a horn would help me because I have hands, so I can just punch it. Like, obviously it helps a rhino because that's a big dude that just rams into stuff. And it can't really, the way it attacks is by just charging into things, which is why it needs a horn. But I don't tend to attack, well, first of all, I don't tend to attack stuff, but if I did attack stuff, it probably wouldn't be by charging at it with a horn, or with my head, due to the absence of horn. What did I talk about? Oh yeah, this was about pufferfish. Anyway, paperclip. Okay, yeah. I think that, like, I know there are places that eat pufferfish, but I don't actually know how many. Also, I think pufferfish, I used to think they were, like, gonna be, like, a really dangerous thing that whenever I enter, like, the ocean I had to be worried about, but I enter the ocean a lot, and I'm just like, it's fine. There's so many things where, as a child, you, like, think it's gonna be a huge, like, part of your life. Like, I think every child had that thing with, like, they thought quicksand was gonna be, like, the be-all, end-all thing, and it's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna affect my life greatly. Like, you really don't encounter quicksand very often. Thing is, I think in Australia there's actually quite a lot of pufferfish, because I watched, like, a video of people fishing in Australia, and they caught, like, loads of them. But I don't really feel like pufferfish actually posed anywhere near the threat I used to think they did. Although I guess as a child you just, like, overestimate everything's threat level. Yeah. I think poison stuff is really cool in fiction. I don't know why it's such an awesome, like, thing for me, but I just think it's really cool how, like, it's like, I don't know. I guess it's just because in fiction, the way of danger tends to be a sword or, like, magic or something. It tends to be very, like, direct, so I think poison is still, it's like something that you can, like, easily imagine in real life, but also not the first thought you would have of something dangerous in, like, a fight, and that's why I think it's pretty cool. I don't really know. This is something where it's like, I don't really have a justification for it, I just think it's hype. And as someone who loves vibes-based selections, I don't think I need a justification. If you think something's hype, go for it. As long as it's in fiction. If it's, like, real life, then probably think a bit harder. But, you know, like, if it's like, oh yeah, I want this character to have 4 wings. Does 4 wings help you fly better? I don't know. Can the human actually fly if they had these 4 wings? Probably not. Who cares? It's cool. And I'm a big fan of, in fiction, just the rule of cool. If it makes no sense, as long as it, well, I guess it has to make some sense within the world you've established, but if it's like, oh, there's this workaround that, like, someone might point out, but it would take deep thought to actually realise it, then it's like, who cares? Like, I can suspend my disbelief. The rule of cool is the best rule. I have hardly talked about pufferfish in this video, but anyway. Yeah. Oh god, I'm just dying from the heat. I need more water. I got home from some, like, garden party yesterday, and I just drank, like, 2.5 litres at least of water. I was so dehydrated. My head was spinning. I wonder if a fish could be dehydrated. Again, I don't know enough about fish drinking habits. But anyway. I guess it would have to just filter the salt out, but, like, it's dissolved, so it can't filter out with gills. I don't know. I'll probably Google this after the video. But yeah, or just ask one of my friends who does, like, bio. Because Google's usually too confusing for me because I'm kind of stupid. Well, sometimes it's too confusing, sometimes it's fine. But sometimes they'll be like, oh, I see, it kind of does, but it filters out this type of salt, not this. I'm like, I don't know what this means. So yeah, anyway, Thanks for watching. This was hardly about pufferfish, but I still think pufferfish are very puffy and cool. So yeah, have a good day and drink water.